Hey, welcome into another edition of Tony Talks Trash about music. I'm going to be sharing some Beach Boys records with you today. You know, I did a rarities thing when I showed off all the bootleg stuff that I had and some other stuff. I just want to show you guys something. We were putting together the big Beach Boys extravaganza ranking of all the records, which is a task. It's a large catalog, and we discovered there were some things, you know, that a lot of people may not have seen. So I want to kind of do a little short thing here to look at. These are some of the ones that, as Joe would say, don't count. But this is one that was released at some point back at the end of the Capitol days. This record was released. Believe it or not, it's an instrumental take on all the Beach Boys stuff. And it's interesting, you have all these chords here. It shows you all the chords that you can play, and you can play again with the songs. It's got your C sharp, minor 7 and such, and inside you get a booklet here, and this booklet tells you how to play Darlin', how to play Salt Lake City. What a weird two songs. Sloop John B, get that? Boy, I can't look here. I could read the chords to you if I had my glasses on. See, In My Room's got a G sharp minor 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor, and goes to A. And that's what I see there with that. But anyway, it's a great record. It's a weird record. It was a very expensive record at one time. It's called Stack of Tracks. Now, people don't really desire it that much, but at the time, they didn't make too many of them, so it was a pretty rare record. But it's neat. You get them stand. You see the whole band standing there, and you see Brian with his glasses on. They're standing next to the big long stack of tracks, which looks like master tapes from the vault. It's interesting if you look at the side of them, you know. Anyway, it has a whole deal. Let me show you something else that I really, really like. And this is Brian Wilson's production of Spring. Spring, as you know, maybe Marilyn, you may not know, is Marilyn and Diane Ravel. Marilyn Ravel was his wife. Diane is her sister. Brian basically was married to one and had an affair with the other one, I think, from what I've heard. But anyway, the other one worked. The sister Diane was the one that really worked for Brian for a long period of time. But if you look on this, it's got Tennessee Waltz, Thinking About You, Baby Mama Said, Superstar, Awake, Sweet Mountain, which is absolutely psychedelic as hell. I don't know if you've ever heard that one before, but I'm gonna know, what do you see? Beautiful song. You need to check it out. It's got everybody on it. Then a version of This Whole World, which is really good. Forever. Now That Everything's Been Said, you know, the one for the City, Carole King song, and Cooch's song. Down Home, Good Time. This is a great record that really was done when Brian was kind of estranged a little bit from the band, and he really showed the band he was looking for a vehicle, and this became his vehicle. And he wrote up. There's one really kind of a weird thing. It's on YouTube that you can hear. I have a bootleg recording of it somewhere where Brian's almost like whispering about promoting this record and doing different things. It was really kind of strange. But anyway, I like it. Let me show you the Carl Wilson record. You guys may know, you might not know, Carl Wilson made 2 records in the 80s for Caribou here. Caribou was the Gershio label, the one they had the big studio out in Colorado that Chicago and the people played at and recorded at. Carl Wilson had a song, Hold Me, I guess was his big one off this one. But it really wasn't that big. You know, he did a solo career. Tried to feature his vocals, featured kind of a, I don't know, kind of a sex symbol thing happening there at the time slightly, but more in a mature way. You know, he was bearded at that time. And then you got Youngblood, which is it's another Jerry Schilling thing, but it's very, this Skunk Baxter actually produced this record. But, what can I say? She's Mine. Giving You Up was a single that they released on it. Again, Carl's wonderful voice. I think the songs, though, in a way, for the most part, fall short of his great songs like Full Sail and songs that he brought to the Beach Boys around the time, and I thought were a little bit stronger. Of course, you guys know about Denny's record, Pacific Ocean Blue. I've got a few copies of this, and I'm hanging on to them. They're all originals. I don't have any of the reissue ones. I have the as I showed you, the Bamboo the last time. And here's one a lot of people don't see. Bruce Johnston solo record. I write the songs. Deirdre on it, actually. Disney Girls on it. He's got all the songs on it. Pipeline, produced by Gary Usher. Didn't realize you were really getting that. And the funny thing of it is he's got the picture. He's got the picture from Sunflower on the front. It's a 1977 release. It's kind of interesting. The Pipeline's kind of a disco-y thing. Interesting, but not really anything musically that would be something you hadn't heard. A big chunk of those were songs you heard. Now here's the one that. I'll tell you what. I'll do that later. Let's do this one next. This is another Honey's record. This is one they released on Rhino label called In Ecstasy. And this actually had Ginger Blake back in the band, who was in it in the early days with The One You Can't Have and Surfing Down the Swanee River. And this has got Running Away from Love, Ecstasy. This is their fan club. This is they have it's hilarious. Vocals arranged by the Honeys. It doesn't really talk a lot about. Well, it talks about engineered by Mark Abnett, executive producers Harold Bronson and Richard Foos. So it's really produced by Louis Mencken and Mark Abnett. So somebody got together some money, put them back together, and they did one of these records for Rhino early on. And this was, it's not probably very valuable, but it's kind of scarce. You don't see it very often. 1993. I don't know how many records they actually made that. Then, of course, there's a Blondie Chaplin solo record, which happened not long after the situation with the Beach Boys. This is 1977. I imagine it wasn't too long before this that he, kind of stopped going on with the band. Bye Bye Babe, Can You Hear Me, Crazy Love. Of course, he worked on the David Johansen records too, which was a big part of the deal with him, especially that or the second or the third one, I think it was. He played a large hand in that one. Now here comes one. If you want to hold your nose a little bit, I shouldn't say that. It's terrible. This is rare, but it's not very good. It's the Mike and Dean thing, and it's a Radio Shack thing. And whoopty, you know what. So, but I got it. It's, I'm a completist, as I said. I'm not really a completist. I mean, I don't go out and, wait for the, the super limited edition things. If they want to make 50 copies of it, then I won't have it. But anyway, here's another one here that is pretty important. It's the Paley Brothers record they made. They made this back for Sire Records at the time. They were kind of straddling the line. This is Earl Mankey, of course. The Sparks thing was producing this. This is kind of straddling the line between art rock and kind of a new wave-ish thing. I guess they were trying to hit the market for television and that crowd, more of an artistic thing. Good record. Of course, as you know, they work with Brian. That's why I'm bringing this up. And here's the last one of all I'm going to bring up before the end of this. The wonderful one that everybody's waiting for. I'm a Genius Too, Brian. The Many Moods of Murray Wilson. It's exactly like you think it would be. The happy song. This on the Plumbers tune. That was the single, I guess it was. Around the River Band, Betsy's Washed. He's standing here on the back, They help him out. It says, the front of it says, the talented father of the famous Beach Boys presents instrumental interpretation of his and other original compositions. Well, I guess if you're looking at it that way, every composition is an original, huh? But anyway, I just want to do this anticipation. What we're going to do is we're going to count down the Beach Boys records here before long as a special thing. It's a really long project, and I just wanted to give you guys a taste of some of the other stuff that I found along the way. I'll catch y'all later. Remember to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button if you can. We appreciate it. We always appreciate you spending your time with us. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Please leave your comments below. Thank you.